This is the month of August, and we are celebrating from 1st of August so nicely. Either is Own Your Crown, either is Women Empowerment Day, either is a Spa Day. Oh, so many things are happening, and they are giving us the importance that what we are, where we are. But I have to tell you that behind every strong family stands a woman who gives endlessly of herself, but who reminds her to pause, to breathe, to dream. Who reminds her? And ladies, are you feeling stretched between work, home, and family? Do you often wonder, where's the balance for me? That is a very important point which we are, all of us are involved. We don't know what to do, and we're really getting stretched with our work, balance, children. So this is the program you can join with the Women Empowerment, that join us for a powerful and heartfelt conversation on empowering women to embrace balance and fulfillment, which we all looking for. Our guest is special. She's been with me with the long before. I think last 2 years back, I called her as my guest, and I get very inspired with her, with the energy what she brings. Whenever I see her, I feel like very calm, and I feel like more strengthened, and I feel like more powerful whenever she comes by me, and I feel very good. So this who is here, my guest, is Dr. Valo Govinda, an individual and family therapist who has a PhD in social work and works extensively with women and all on these issues. Today, Valo Govinda will share practical tips and inspiring insight to help women embrace their strength, set boundaries, and live with joy. Remember that when women rise, family rise, and community rise. So we have to start from women to put her in the position that she can rise. So I'm welcoming Valo Govinda. Valo, hi. How are you, Valo?
Good afternoon, Shkufta. Thank you very much. Firstly, thank you for the wonderful, warm words. And it's a real pleasure to be here. And thank you for having me on the show.
Valo, I call a lot of people for this empowerment thing. Mm-hmm. I always ask one question. And that question is that what does true empowerment mean for you?
Okay, people see it differently. For me, empowerment does not always mean big changes like starting a business, male domination, or being one of the guys. Mm-hmm. The macho kind of look. So true empowerment begins with you and the choices you make. Mm-hmm. The freedom to say yes, the strength to say no, and the wisdom to know what's right for you. It's about recognizing that your voice and your needs matter just as much as everyone else's. So whether it's your family, your children, your spouse, or parents, so it's about your voice. And I think sometimes we as women, we fail we actually ignore that voice, within ourselves. So empowerment is not actually a distant dream. It begins with one small decision to value yourself.
That's a very good point.
And additionally, what can we do for other women as well? So, in terms of sharing your experiences, your skills, and the lessons that you learn. So for me, empowerment grows when women lift as they climb and breaking the cycle of competition. And for me, that's very profound. We need to lift each other. When women are together, no one is left behind.
That's very like sisterhood kind of
very
thing as well.
So.
You see, I like your point of view when you said, when you told me that it's not about male dominance or female. You're not talking about all the time which they, they're playing the drum. Oh, male dominant, and we're doing. I don't like this as well. You say you start the empowerment from within you. Yes. And from a very start, like very small thing, because none of all of us are in a business or professional or like in a corporate business. Like we're talking about the housewife.
The housewife, exactly. The woman at home.
Yeah.
Just her alone, just a woman at home taking her. Sometimes we take them so much for granted, but look at the roles that they play. So we forget about all that, and by giving them a voice. And I think that's, for me, it starts there. It starts within the home, and then we climb thereafter.
And I like the word you say, we should have that strength to say no. But I have a question behind it. I have a question behind it, that isn't we have to have a knowledge and compassion and understanding of our situation to say no.
Yeah, the thing is that I think if you look at the community and society that we brought up with, it's always as women, it's about just giving in and being obedient and obeying. So we believe that when we say no, it's seen as being disrespectful. And I'll actually,
Disobedient.
yeah, and I'll actually speak about that a little later as well. But on the other hand, sometimes that no is actually taking care of yourself. And people now, I think as the years are progressing, you find women as well are actually using the word no a little bit more, but not in an assertive manner, but just trying to get the message across that it's okay, I do matter, but I'm so sorry, but we have all the functions and we have commitments, and then I'm unable to attend because, and then you feel like you need to give a reason.
Yes.
You don't need to. A simple no is enough.
We had my previously on this program, my one colleague from Radio Lansa, Rabia Karwalia. She came and she gave the term for that. She said we should learn how to say soft no. Soft no. Now that's very good. Like we should learn how to say soft no to them. Another thing which I wanted to ask you, that what we are going through, and because you also a working woman, you also a mom, you also like a housewife, not housewife, like you working as a wife, because I know you are cooking. I know you love cooking as well, and your kids as well, and you running businesses and
Yes.
work. In today's society, we find a lot of women entrepreneur and women climbing the corporate ladder. Do you see many women struggling to find balance between their work and their personal lives, which is a very big issue at the moment with the women who are working, it's not like some women really need to go out to work. And some women, they wanted that passion, they wanted their profession to work, for their empowerment, for their satisfaction, for their sanity, and for their things. So what do you say about that?
I'm very about inspiring women, to be independent, to, look at skills that they may have and what we can do with it. If you have a certain, and the thing is that, we should never put each other down. But in today's world, with the craziness of children, with the social media, and we just find that, people are struggling. Women are really struggling to find the balance. For me, yes, it is a very important and a laid question. And within our communities, many women are expected to juggle multiple roles as professionals, as you said.
Exactly.
Caregivers, wife, mother, daughter-in-law, and household responsibilities. Often within a cultural framework that emphasizes like duty and a lot of sacrifice. So as a therapist, motivating and empowering women to make changes in their life and find the work-life balance requires a lot of sensitivity and strength-based approaches, as I would call it. So I would think like, instead of, let's reframe work-life balance and move away from the idea of perfect balance, which for me is impossible, and reframe it as a healthy integration rather. So shifting between priorities without feeling guilt. We have to work. In today's society, we look at the economy that we live in. Two people have to actually bring in an income, if you want to give your children and yourself, a good balanced life. But balance does not mean doing everything perfectly. Not necessarily.
Okay.
It means learning when to give and also when to pause and receive. And for me, that's so important.
Yeah.
Very, very much
so. You are actually elaborating the word balance. So we say how we can balance, we think we have to be balanced means I'm perfect where I'm working and I'm perfect where I'm at work, at home as well. So all the crowns which I'm wearing, right? Like I'm a mother, right? I am a wife. I'm a working person in corporate business. So balance does not mean to be perfect in all these sections. Balance means whatever I could do, it won't be 100%. So it's fine.
There's 24 hours in a day. I know most of us probably asking for more, and generally you're supposed to have 6 to 8 hours sleep, supposedly, 8 to 10 hours of work. The other 6 to 8 hours, ask yourself, what are we doing to create the balance? really. And and that is why you find people, women are feeling guilty these days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
don't know. Yes.
we feel, whatever programs we are doing, so many community people, the groups are having this women empowerment, and we say, we don't take time for ourselves.
Mhm.
And one person I was asking, we do this thing, for ourselves. No, 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 no. I don't have time. I said,
And that's
no,
every
that's
woman.
a woman. So what do you think? Do you find many women feel guilty when they take time for themselves, or how do you address that? That's a very big question. That how we can take care of, like, self-love.
Yeah.
How you
Well,
explain this?
guilt is one of the biggest barriers. And now I'll tell you from my own personal experience, where I
Yes.
myself was 24 hours on the clock with work and my children, seeing to my parents. And eventually life did come to a standstill where I had a medical problem. And
I wanted to tell.
very
I wanted
quickly,
coming to
very
want to
quickly,
say
if you
that.
don't mind.
Yes, no, I don't mind.
to-
I wanted to tell that you are a cancer survivor.
Yes, I had a brain tumor. I was driving
Oh.
and I vomited as I was driving. I got to the doctor and my husband noticed my eye was closing. And then because the doctor was treating me for high blood pressure, he said, okay, let's just do a CT scan out of curiosity. I went in just for that, 6 months in hospital, Shagufta, 2 head operations and post. So through God's
Hats
grace,
off on you, man.
for me, this is why I do what I do. And, in terms of reaching out to people, not just women, but every single human being out there, is that don't wait for the tragedy to strike before you say it's time to take care. Because when you're in hospital, work will go. Work was going on. The kids were doing, the husband was cooking. Life went on. And I was actually helping my dad with cancer as well at that point. Eventually, my dad was taking me to physio. You see how the tables turned around. So, the truth is that when you take care of yourself, you become stronger in every role. A woman who is generally rested and fulfilled and happy can actually give more to your family and to your work. So, self-care, honestly, as you asked earlier on, it's not selfish. It's a responsibility to yourself and those you love. And therefore, I encourage setting realistic micro boundaries, as I'll call it, like 20 minutes of self-care, like exercise. No, I don't mean going to the gym. If you can, why not? Put a YouTube video on, do a dance. I mean, put a Bollywood song, and my God, you know how tired you'll be after that. And it's amazing, a boxing or yoga, Pilates, meditation, homemade facials. And we got the expert, right? I'll go to Shagufta and make a booking, So you see, Shagufta, this is it. We always think taking care of yourself means money. It means running around. No, it doesn't. Within your home, there's so many things, but you need to take the time.
Exactly.
And, if it just means, social media is also controlling us. Please, I always say, don't take that phone into the bathroom, please. Because you're going there to do your business and come back out, because it really consumes you. There should be limits to everything. And you'll be amazed, as I mentioned earlier, 6 to 8 hours. What are we doing with that? And it's something for us to think about.
So now tell me, that what role does the community or family play in empowering women? We were talking, okay, we empower, but you think they are doing any roles?
A very huge role. Families must learn that empowerment does not mean rebellion and trying.
That's what my issue is. Because when the minute, especially, I'm so sorry, when we in the Muslim community, we said that, we wanted to empower women. I don't know, somehow people get intimidated. Empowerment, disrespect. Empowerment, not doing the housework. Empowerment, not doing the,
following the norms and traditions kind of thing.
But everyone needs to accept this change. This is not only a woman's responsibility. It's the whole people's responsibility, whole family's responsibility. What do you think?
Shagufta, exactly. It should not be. And that is why it's how do you define empowerment again? And as you mentioned, in terms of what is the community and family's roles, for me, it's a partnership. How is it as a woman we can, whether it's families, but honestly, I see it within the Muslim community, how no matter what, the women do come together despite all that. So I just feel, what is the need to have the bitterness? What is the need to have the envy? What is the need to have the jealousy? The struggle is not that women are weak. It's just that they're carrying too much without enough support. So therefore, like our husbands and our children and families and communities, we need to support a woman's voice, and understand that, what, the roles that they play is so important. So very often society praises your sacrifices as women, but they never look at your struggles. So today I want to remind you that your well-being, remember ladies, is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Asking for help, it's not a weakness. It's a wisdom. And as I said earlier on, when I was in hospital and was unable to take care of myself, I relied on everybody to take care of myself. So why do you have to wait, as I said, for the tragedy to ask for the help? Do it together. Seek the help within your community, within your families, and we're hoping that, you know what, that will build happier and healthier homes.
That's very. We are coming back.
Range Hayat with Shagufta Khan.
So this is Range Hayat, and we are talking with Dr. Valu Govinda. We are talking about the women empowerment. We are talking, and I like few words that when she said that you cannot you can say no. And what we are talking, people can see you. Valu was been through a lot with her health as well, with the cancer, and all of a sudden everything. That's what I like in the empowerment in her personality, that she didn't sit and cried and sit back and she's sickly and this and that. No, one day she came and she said, "Oh, I'm coming from the CT scan." You remember? Maybe I didn't tell her, but I was I was admiring her. Wow, it's not like the train smash or the whole world is finishing and everything. No, this is my life. This is my challenge, and I have to go through it, and I'm doing every work as well. This is the positive attitude. And we are accountable for our own deeds. If Allah gave me sickness, so it's my responsibility to deal with it, and how strong I will deal with it. It's a beautiful thing, and I really, really tell that it does not mean no one can make, we're telling that empowered means we are taking other people's rights. No, we are just telling that we women also are human. We also need our lives. We also can say no, and we can share the responsibility of everything, of household, of children, of everything. We can share the responsibilities as well. Now, this is the time we are getting with less time. Now, what message would you like to leave to our listeners with today? I wanted to ask that.
Thank you.
And give me some tip.
Just before I conclude that and answer your question, I just want to reiterate what you said about women and the challenges. Each and every woman, as I mentioned, we all have challenges. There's not a single one of us there that does not.
This is a beautiful life.
I'm telling you, it is not. I promise you, the billionaires, the millionaires, the lady on top of the corporate ladder, no matter what,
or the most beautiful woman, or most intelligent. Everyone has their own challenges.
It's what we do with that challenge, and what we do to get up and do something. And as I said, when I was sitting in hospital, hair all shaven, eyes not closing, lost my speech, lost memory.
Wow.
It was traumatic, but I could have sat back, as you said, and felt sorry for myself. But instead, I said, what can I? God had given me, inshallah, as you would say, a second chance of life to do something with it. And that's what it was about. And that is what I do, is take those messages and relate to others, and positive energy. So
we all should have positive, because so much of responsibility, from the morning till the evening, that automatically, if we don't take care of ourselves, we feel a little bit stressed and negative, and then we start taking out on other people, which is
almost definitely. Yes. So to all the women out there, you are the backbone of your family. But remember, even a backbone needs rest and care. By choosing balance, you are rewriting the story for the next generation. You are showing your daughters and your sons that a woman's life is not only about sacrifice, but also about fulfillment, purpose, and joy. And to the families, listen, please stand beside the women in your lives. When women rise, families rise, and communities rise. So I'd like to end off with these powerful words by Serena Williams, which I hold very close to my heart, is that the success of every woman should be the inspiration to another. We should raise each other up. Make sure you're very courageous, be strong, be extremely kind, and above all, humble. Unquote.
That's very light. You know what I like in this, which is also a one very big, can I use this indaba, the word indaba?
Sure.
Ted is laughing. Very big indaba about that when it comes to the other woman,
Mm.
it's so hard. And when we had that program, Own Your Crown, and we said that I remember a lot of speakers spoke about it, that it is very hard for us to appreciate other women
Yes.
and accept her beautiful talents or her beauty or whatever that other woman carries.
Mm.
So which is very, very important for us to understand, whether it's in a small family gathering, it's our immediate family, whether it's our in-laws, whether it's our friends, whether it's our acquaintances. We have to understand that we have to make other women empowered, with
Exactly.
inspire, with talking. Like I get inspired with Valo a lot.
Thanks.
Why? Because I know that she's been through like the whole life kind of challenges with health, and with so many challenges she got with the family, children, and children mood swings there, and they struggles as well, and then business, and then your studies. But you didn't stop that.
I didn't stop.
You just took your
After the hip
that
operation,
you did
still
that.
went and did a PhD in 1.5 years, Shagufta. So again, I could have sat back and felt sorry for
Oh
myself.
yes.
And then it's like, why do you need to do this? All those questions came up, but it's personal. And then you need to know what's important for you. And it wasn't like I just neglected the family, or I didn't. I still thought, but I said, I need to draw this balance. This is what I want. So I sacrificed a lot. So no entertainment, sorry, please, no visitors, no going out, because this is what I wanted, So it was about making sure that the kids were seen to, my husband, my mom and dad, and then putting in 12 to 16 hours of my life into my work. So it's doable. Is it doable? Yes, I'm a living experience that it is doable.
Okay.
So, thanks.
One thing I wanted to ask: if a person comes with, in front of you, a client of yours, because you are a family therapist and everything, and can you give your number on?
Yeah, sure. It's 083 709 4410.
Can you repeat it for us?
083 709 4410.
So I wanted to ask one tip before we close our program. That I came just and I said, I'm finished with all this thing. I don't know. I don't want to live in this world. I'm tired. I'm doing this. What you will suggest me first thing? Like I'm finished, crushed, everything, and I'm feeling down. What tip you will give me?
Deep breathing.
Okay.
In the moment. Stop whatever you're doing, whether it goes going into the toilet or going to another room. Just take that moment. Focus on just taking a deep breath, taking it all in and letting it out. Let whatever it is that's affecting you, and be conscious in that moment of this breath. And for me, your connection to the higher being is so important. I cannot begin to stress that there is a higher, there's a spirituality out there that we need to connect with. So at that moment, yes, stop whatever, go into a quiet space and take in that moment, take in a deep breath and let it all out. Ask for the release to happen and then start over. We have to, you cannot be going on in that
And we
state.
have hope.
And we
have to
hope
change
is
our
important,
mind.
but at that moment we need to take control of ourselves, because if you don't control that mind and that brain, mental health, Shagufta, I can go on for another hour, is so critical, because if that's not right, everything shuts down. We ask ourselves, why are the joints paining? Why is this? It's all because what's going, the psychosomatics up there, it's ruining us. So stop, clear that mind, and then yes, anything's possible.
So you mean
it sounds so trivial and simple, but believe you me,
it's not.
It's remarkable.
It's remarkable. Like again, if we are really tired, we are really going through uphills, we are thinking we shattered, we can see no way. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to take care of ourselves, our health, our mental health. That, as she mentioned, that deep breaths, and
then
relax
call me,
ourselves.
sorry. And call me as well.
And then call us as well, definitely. That what we should do, that we can understand our situation. And as she mentioned, I also say, just connect to yourself, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. who
Inshallah.
made us like this, who gave us this problem. So you can ask him the help and you can tell him, this Allah, this is you gave me this trial, turbulence, please guide me through it. I love
Surrender.
you and you love me.
Surrender.
My slogan,
Mhm.
submission is a solution.
Oh, exactly.
This, I love
And
this
never
type.
question
Yes.
him. Never
Yeah.
ever question him.
Submission is a solution. So you never question about yourself.
I had, there was time, but I think because of my faith and my connection to God while sitting in those lonely nights in hospital is what got me through. And that is why the faith is so strong. Because remember, you're all alone there. There's no one around you.
No one around.
Except those nurses come and go, but it's just you in ICU for 8 to 10 days. So what else is left? It's only him. And you have to, no matter how many times you ask, why me? Why have you done this to me? What have I done that's so wrong? You'll never get the answer. So why? Why ask?
Only you'll have
Do something.
pieces, yeah.
Just find the peace
That's
within
right.
yourself. So.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much, Velo, that you gave me time. And it's such an inspiring, talk with you, that what we have to do, we have to understand that we have to learn how to say no and softly, and we should have micro boundaries as well. We should understand ourselves first, what we are doing, what we are not doing. And it's not about other people's, we're not saying that take the responsibility out, but first check yourself up as well. Now this is the time for me to wrap up my program. I'm thanking Velo again. Jazakallah so much that you came to my program and then you gave us the nice tips as well. Inshallah, next Monday. Phir hazir honge. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Cultivate your inner beauty on Range Hayat with Shagufta Khan.
Looking for a journey that feeds the soul?